Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel LiveLoveCrochet. So today we're going to be doing part 1 of this cardigan. I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step tutorial on how to make it. We're going to be using double crochet, front post and back post double crochet, V-stitch and single crochet. We're also going to be doing a little bit of ribbon for the bottom and the cuffs here. We're going to be making a little collar with single crochets. So let's go and see what we're going to need for this video. Okay, so for today's video we're going to need a 4mm hook to match the measurements. We're going to need a tape measure, a pair of scissors, 4 stitch markers, a needle to sew in your ends, and the yarn. So today I'm going to be using yarn for Tootsie. It's in sort of a browny colour, which I think is quite nice. I think it's going to bring the pattern out a little bit more. So these are 50g balls, so in all I've got 100 grams, which should be okay for 3 to 6 months. So now I'm going to show you some measurements. So for today's video I have 5 ages that we can do this in. This is the only ones that I have worked these out for. So we've got 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12 and 12 to 18. And we need the head circumference, chest, yoke, sleeve length and armhole depth. So if you would like to get your size and write them down. Here are the yoke measurements. So the way I've wrote them today is a little bit different. So you see these lines here, that's the pattern, that's the front post and the V-stitch, and these numbers either side of the pattern are the number of double crochets you are going to be putting in on your first row. So these are the number of chains. This one is 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12 and 12 to 18. This one says 77, not 78, I made a mistake. So these are the measurements we are going to be using. If you already have your size, you can write down your yoke size. I'm doing 3 to 6, so mine is 59 chains. So if you would like to get your yarn ready, and we will begin. So I have my yarn, just going to put a slip knot onto my yarn. I'm going to get my hook, 4mm, and I'm going to start chaining 59 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will come back when I have 59. Okay, so I have my 59 chains. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add one for our pattern. So when you've got your chains plus 1, we're going to double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. So ignoring your chain on the hook, 1, 2 and 3, and make a double crochet. So then we have 2 double crochets because the chains we missed at the start count as a double crochet. So now I'm going to count 7, so I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have my 7 now. and into the next one I'm going to make a double crochet, and I'm going to mark it with my stitch marker just so I know that is going to be where my corner is. So I'm just going to put my stitch marker straight into there, and then I have 10. So now I need to count 10. Okay, so I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I need to put a double crochet into the next and mark it. So double crochet, this is going to be my corner. So then I'm going to mark it just so I know next round I don't have to count. It's going to be a lot easier if we do it in this row. So my next number is 21, going across the back. So 1, 2, and I will see you back here when I have my 21. Okay, I have 21. And now into my next is going to be a corner, so I'm going to do a double crochet and mark it with a stitch marker. And then I have 10 double crochets to do before my next corner. So then I have 3, 4, and I'll come back when I have 10. I have 10. Now I'm going to make my double crochet for my corner and mark it. So that's my last corner marked. So now I have just 7 left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so you should just have something that looks like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to smudged. We're going to move on to our pattern that does say 2, but it's smudged a little bit. So just write above, just so no one gets confused. So yeah, we're going to be moving on to this part now. So as you can see, we've got pattern on the chest here, and the opening where it opens at the front. So this is the back, these are the front, and this bit goes over the shoulders. So I'm going to show you how to do these now. So everyone is going to chain 1 no matter what size you're doing, and my pattern says 1 double crochet before my pattern. If you are doing a bigger size, it will be 2 before, and if you're doing the 12 to 18, it will be 4. Okay, so mine says 1, so I'm going to put 1 double crochet into the very first stitch here, right under your chain 1, put a double crochet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the pattern. So into this one, into your next stitch, we're going to make a front post double crochet. So to make a front post double crochet, you need to go into your post here. So you're going to go around like that and poke your hook out. You're going to catch your yarn and pull it through, and then you will have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those. You'll have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the other 2, and there you have a front post double crochet. And then you can see here you've got a double crochet here, just here. Go skip that, so into the next, skip that double crochet next to your front post, and we're going to make a V-stitch. So go in with a double crochet, chain 1, and go back into that stitch with another double crochet, and you will have a stitch that looks a little bit like a V. Okay, so then we're going to skip the next stitch here, and we're going to make a front post double crochet into the next. So skip this stitch and go into the next and make your front post double crochet. And then depending on how many double crochets you've got to do now, so the highest is 4, so you just put your 4 double crochets. I had 1, so that means that my pattern is finished for this row, this little bit here. So then we have a corner, so take your stitch marker out. Into here we're going to put a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet back into that same stitch, just like that. So the sleeves now, we don't have any pattern, so that's all just double crochets. So we're just going to stick a double crochet into every stitch. And I am back at my stitch marker. This is what it's looking like so far. And just to be clear, this is a one-sided pattern, so this is the wrong side and this is the right side. Okay, so remove your stitch marker, and again we're going to put in a double crochet. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to put a double crochet back into that same stitch, just like that. So now we are moving on to the back. So this one has 6 double crochets before we do our pattern. 8, 7, 9 and 10. So I'm going to be putting 8 double crochets, so starting from the stitch right next to your corner into the next one, double crochet. So I need 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again we're going to do our pattern. So into the next stitch I'm going to do a front post double crochet. I'm going to skip a stitch, going to go into the next and make a V-stitch. I'm going to skip a stitch and make a front post double crochet into the next. So that, and then I should have 8 stitches left to do my double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So that's how it looks so far. Going to take our stitch marker out, make our corner, double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet all into the same stitch. And then this row is just up until your stitch marker is just double crochets. So I'll see you when I get back to my stitch marker. So I'm at my stitch marker, I'm just going to remove that and make my corner. So then I am at the spit of my yoke. So everyone will be on the spit. So I remember I have 1 double crochet pattern and then 1 double crochet. You might have more or the same. So I'm going to put 1 double crochet, into the next I'm going to put a front post double crochet. I'm going to skip the next stitch, go into the next and make a V-stitch. I'm going to skip the next, go into this one here with a front post double crochet, and my last double crochet is going to go into this chain here, the chain 2. We're going to go into the top chain there and make a double crochet. Sorry, I think I was out of the camera. So we're going to go into the second chain. So you've got 1 chain and 2. We're going to go in with a double crochet. And then chain 1 and turn your work. So this time, what's going to happen, just going to turn it back around, is we are increasing for our corners. So of course, this side is always going to stay the same. We're always going to have that amount of double crochets going up every row, but this side here is going to increase every time by 1. So I've put 1 double crochet, but this time when I crochet I've got 2 double crochets to go in there, and then when I do it again I'll have 3 double crochets. So this side is going to change, this side is going to stay the same. Same for the back, you're going to get 1 double crochet each time you do a row each side. So 1 double crochet this side, 1 double crochet this side. That is just the way the pattern is. So I'm going to put my 1 double crochet because that one's not going to change back into the first stitch, and then you have your front post double crochet. So in order for it to keep coming up this way, we're going to do a back post double crochet now. So to do a back post double crochet, you're going to yarn over. We're going around this post here. We're going to go around the back and then through there, catch your yarn and pull it through. And that didn't work. I lost one of my loops. So then you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now if you look, front post both of them. So then you want to go into your chain 1 space of your V-stitch and make another V-stitch just in chain 1 space. And then we'll go this front post double crochet here. We're going to put a back post double crochet into it. And then I have my 2 double crochets, so my 1 double crochet and my increase from my corner. So I'm going to put 1 double crochet into each of those. And then I have my corner, so into my corner I'm going to put double crochet, chain 2 and a double crochet. And then for my sleeve, it's just a case of 1 double crochet into each. So I'm coming back up to my corner. Don't forget to double crochet into your last stitch here, and then into that chain 2 space we're going to make our next corner. And then we have our pattern again because we've got the back here. So we're going to put a double crochet into every stitch until we reach our front post double crochet. I'm at my double crochet, my front post double crochet right here, so I'm going to be putting a back post double crochet into there. Just like that. I'll find my V-stitch, into the chain 1, just go in and make your V-stitch. And then find your front post double crochet and put a back post double crochet there. And that's the pattern again. And then we're going to double crochet. So keep double crocheting, make your corner right here. Don't forget your stitch before your corner. Double crochet, and I will meet you here. I'm going to make my corner into here. I'm going to find my next stitch, which I should have 2 double crochets this time. And then I'm going to put a back post double crochet. Then now find my V-stitch, chain 1 space, make your V-stitch. And then find your front post double crochet, which mine is here, and make a back post. And then make your however many double crochets you need to make. I need to make 1, chain 1 and 10. So this is the pattern we're getting. So make your double crochet however many you need. And this time our front post is on the right side, so we're going to just make a front post double crochet into that. And then find your V-stitch and chain 1 space, just make another V-stitch. Find your back post, your front post double crochet, sorry, and make a front post double crochet. And now I have 3 double crochets to put my double crochets into. And then I'm going to make my corner. So I think I am confident enough to leave you to do it now, because it is just repeating that same row. So this is what it's looking like so far. So our pattern, and then we'll have one going down the back here. So I'll give you some yoke measurements now. And then I will show you how to measure them. So yoke, here are the yoke measurements down the side. I need 11 centimeters for my yoke. So you get your measuring tape. What you're going to do is you're going to measure down this line here until you get to your measurement. So mine's going to be 11 centimeters. So where you've been putting your corners in, just measure diagonally down there. So right now I am at 6 centimeters. So I need 11. So I'm going to leave you to do that. Don't forget to put in your corners. Don't forget your pattern, front post double crochet, and when you turn it so it's the wrong side, it needs to be a back post double crochet into there, just so we get it sticking out the right side. Okay, so I'm going to go finish my yoke and I will see you soon. Okay, so I have the length for my yoke now. So mine is measuring at 11 centimeters. Yours may be measuring a bit more than that if you're doing a bigger size, but we are measuring down this corner here where you've been making your corners, your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to measure the back bit for the chest. So we're going to measure the chest here now. So we're just going to be measuring from corner to corner right here. So the measurements are here. Chest, I've already divided them into two for you, so you don't have to do that. So I'm looking for 24 centimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from this corner to this corner and see how many centimeters I have. So I'm going to put my 0 right there and just make sure it's straight, and I'm going to put here where I have my chain 2 space. So I am at 24, which I needed, so that's perfect. So as a minimum now I'm going to put 1 chain underneath each armhole right here. So 1 chain this side and 1 chain that side. So if you're missing centimeters, say you're missing 2 centimeters from your length, what you're going to do is you're just going to pick up your cardigan, your yoke, and you can see your stitches here. You're going to put your 0 onto one of the stitches there, just at the start, and then you're going to count how many fit into those 2 centimeters. So my measuring tape's a little bit small for this, but as you can see, 1, 2, 3 stitches fit into that 2 centimeters. So what you would do then is put 3 chains aside and 3 chains this side. So I'm now going to show you how to connect the cardigan. So we should all still be connected. I'm going to chain 1 and we're going to do exactly the same until we get to the first corner. So I'm going to see you back here because I think you should know what to do here. Okay, so I'm at my corner, just right here, my chain 2 space. So what we're going to do is we're going to put double crochet into that space, and then we're going to chain however many chains we need. So I needed 1 chain under each armhole. So then what you're going to do is you're going to get the other, so you've got your sleeve here, next corner you're going to bring it together just like that, and remember we've got the right side and we've got the wrong side, so we're going to try and bring the cardigan together so it's the right side. But it doesn't matter if you can't do that because you can just turn it around. You can turn it inside out when you're finished. So then we're going to put a double crochet into this corner here, into the chain 2 space, and then that is your armhole connected. And then you're going to find your next space, your very next space, which is here for me. Do the same for you, just like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to crochet across, don't forget your pattern, right there, and I will meet you at this corner here. I have reached my other corner right here. So again, we're going to do exactly the same as what we did last time. We're going to put a double crochet into that chain 2 space. I'm chaining 1, you chain whatever you need to chain, and I'm going to bring my cardigan together with this chain 2 space here, and I'm going to put a double crochet into that chain 2 space, just like that, and then that is that one connected as well. And then I'm just gonna carry on with my double crochets and my pattern at the end, and I will see you now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to go up to here, and then I'm going to show you what to do with these chains that you've just made under the armhole. So my cardigan is now connected, so yours should look like this. So now I'm going to show you what to do with these chains here. So I've crocheted up to that already. So I have one more stitch before my chain right there. So I'm going to put double crochet into that stitch, and then into my chain. All I'm going to do is simply put a double crochet into it. So you're going to go straight into your chain and make a double crochet just like that, and then into the very next stitch. Don't forget you've got a stitch right here, put a double crochet into there, and then double crochet. Don't forget to keep doing your pattern because your pattern goes all the way down. Now that I've done a bit more of my pattern and it's more established, it looks a lot better, a lot more nicer. And then you have this one here. Okay, So I'm going to crochet up to here again, and I will meet you back here. I'm at my armhole again, right here. I got one more double crochet before my chain one. So into your chain, make a double crochet, go straight into your chain, don't go underneath your chain. We have to go into our chain this time. So into your chain, I make a double crochet and then keep going. Okay, so there we go. We have done underneath the armholes now, so that. So now it's just a case of making our length for the cardigan. So how long do you want your length is up to you. I am not putting any increases into my cardigan, so mine's just going to be straight down. I am going to go by my sleeve length, I think. So my sleeve length is 16 centimeters, and then we've got our ribbon, which is going to be about 3 centimeters. So I'm going to be doing 13 centimeters. So if you're going by sleeve length like me, take away 3 centimeters so we can make our ribbon at the bottom. So I'm going to let you do this by yourself, because it's just a case of repeat until you get your sleeve, your desired length. What I'm going to do is end this video here for part 1, and when I meet you back here in part 2, I will have my length done and we will be ready to do the ribbon. Don't cut your yarn when you've done your length, because we will be carrying on with the ribbon. In part 2 we'll do the ribbon, the buttonholes, because these are quite far, but it's fine, sleeves, and a little bit of a collar here. It won't be a very high collar, but it'll be a few rows. So that's it for part 1. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more content on my channel. So that's it for today's video, and I will see you in part 2. Bye!